Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing about Tesla stock. We'll be doing a technical analysis and we'll try to find out what the chart is trying to tell us. So why Tesla? So that's the number one question. So Tesla has been in the news a lot recently and there has been a lot of chatter going on about this particular company on social media platforms like YouTube, on Twitter, X, as well as there have been some comments made about this particular company from the research analysts, especially from Morgan Stanley. So that's the reason why the stock has been in the news recently. And the other major reason why it's been in the news is because of its upcoming event on October 10th, which is called as V Robot or Robotaxi, on where we are expecting Tesla to make some how their AI strategy or how whether there are also some speculations which we'll cover later on in this video. But first, let's start with the disclaimer. So this is not a financial advice. This is just video for informational educational purpose. You need to consult with your own financial advisor before you make any financial decision. Now let's get started with the technical analysis. Let's first look at Tesla stock on a daily time frame. As you can see here, it's on a daily time frame. Now we can see that in the last 2 months, beginning of August till now, the stock has been in an uptrend. We say it's uptrend because the stock has been making higher highs and higher lows. So that is the definition of uptrend. So in the couple of months, the stock is clearly in an uptrend. But when we zoom out a little bit and when we look at it over a couple of years or like at least even 1 year time frame, we can see that the stock has a major resistance around 260 to 270 levels, which we have tried to break out from this level at least three times, like once here, twice, and thrice here. Now this clearly shows that the price is moving in a sideways trend, and Tesla stock is still in a consolidation phase. The stock hasn't clearly broken out of these major resistance yet, and that's the reason why we say that the stock is still consolidating and is still trying to make sense of what the company is trying to do. How does the EV strategy, how does the AI strategy, and whether there are any options for Tesla to get into like aviation industry or drones or something. There has been some comments that have been made, and that is the reason for this recent price run up or the price momentum. But when we zoom out and when we look at it on a yearly, like when we zoom out a bit, we can clearly see that the Tesla stock price is not having any much momentum and is still moving in a sideways or in a consolidation phase. So the price action is clearly showing us that Tesla is not currently the favorite among traders or investors because it is moving in a sideways trend. Maybe once it breaks out of these levels of this major resistance, then we can expect some kind of a price action happening. So there are three possibilities once it breaks out. Like in all the cases, like the stock can either move in the upward direction or in the downward direction or in the sideways direction. Currently, Tesla stock is currently moving in a sideways trend, and once we break out of this major resistance, we can expect the same thing. Like it can either move up in the strong momentum, whether it depends upon its quarterly results as well as what information feeds comes into the market, like the information that might come out of the robotaxi event, whether it could get into new industries, or how does the AI strategy and the drones, or there is also some speculation about Tesla could be making drones or something. So we will know more about that on October 10th. So based upon that piece of information, analysts would then reanalyze or revisit their valuation of the company and then take positions accordingly. But till that happens, until till the market factors in that news, we'll need to wait and watch. If there is some positive news and favorable news coming in, then the analysts might get optimistic about this particular stock and then might increase their positions. That's when trend traders as well as momentum traders might try to catch on to this particular news. Might also can turn out to be a dull, or like turn out to be a negative news. Like we have also seen that the market reacts in a surprising ways when a company tries to get into multiple industries, because The market really likes companies that focus on one particular industry, but we need to wait and watch about how the market reacts to this particular piece of information. But looking at the recent past, we can see that Tesla's quarterly results have not been surprising. They are disappointed the market, and that's the reason why the price is moving in a sideways trend. And once we break out of these levels as well, there are three possibilities. Like I said before, the stock could either move in the upward momentum or like upward direction if the news comes out in a positive way, and if the quarterly results are also surprising the market, then we can continue to move in the upward direction. However, if the Tesla's news or the quarterly results continues to disappoint, we will see that or we can expect the stock to fall back into its consolidation phase and move sideways, or it could even crash further, like what is happening in Snowflake right now. When we look at Snowflake, we can see that the stock is really at its all-time lows. And if it breaks down from this level, we can continue to make some newer lows. So it's the same case with Tesla. If the stock falls out of favor of the investors, we can expect it to make newer lows or fall back into this consolidation phase and break down further. And it really depends upon what happens in the next couple of weeks, as well as the next quarterly results, which is going to come on 23rd of October. So we'll need to wait and watch. Right now, as trend traders and momentum traders, will surely stay out of this particular one, because the price is not moving anywhere. And there is also an opportunity cost, because if we had invested in this phase, our money would be losing its value, because there are other opportunities or other stocks that are moving well during this phase as well. So we can see that Tesla's stock has been moving in a sideways trend for a good couple of years right now. Like since 2021, it's been moving sideways. It has tried to break out and it has fallen back again. But however, a couple of years back, before it got into S&P 500 index and before there was a stock split, we can see that the stock was in a parabolic, or like it was moving with a strong momentum, like a 45-degree angle. Like we can see here, like during this phase when it got into, the stock was moving at a 45-degree angle, or like really with a good trend and clear direction. But right now we can see that the stock is really moving in a sideways way, and it wouldn't get the attention of trend traders and momentum traders. Now, if we look at Tesla on a weekly time frame as well, the picture will become much more clearer, because we can reduce a lot of noise by moving into a weekly time frame. We can see that since 2021, the price hasn't been moving anywhere. It has been moving in a sideways trend. And yeah, that's what the weekly chart is trying to tell us. The investors are trying to make sense of this particular one. It did have a good run up a couple of years back, primarily because the EV industry was hot. The investors' money was chasing electronic vehicles, and there were a lot of subsidies from government policies as well. But right now, all the focus of the investors is really in the AI trend, or the generative AI trend, generative artificial intelligence trend, and semiconductor industries, which is laying the foundation or the infrastructure for this particular trend. That's the reason why even the government policies as well as the investors' money are all chasing the AI related companies. So the AI related software companies, AI related infrastructure companies like Nvidia, Micron, AMD, Qualcomm, and those kind of companies. However, the scene was a little bit different a couple of years back, because the government policies were all supporting electronic vehicle trend. There are a lot of subsidies to electronic vehicle manufacturers like Tesla, and that's the reason for this huge run up during the 2020, 21, 22 phase. But right now, all the attention is going somewhere else. And as investors, as retail investors, we should never get influenced a lot by what the analysts say, because the analysts have been, especially from Morgan Stanley, they have been making some positive comments. Like we can say that they have made that they are overweight on Tesla, and then they are saying that Tesla has an option of getting into aviation or get into drone production, or all that. Those kind of comments have come from Morgan Stanley. But we can see that they have also been reducing their position. This came out in August 2024. So they have been a little bit optimistic, and they've also said that they are also cautious about because the expectations for the market is really high. But as we can see from the chart, and what the chart is trying to tell us, or what the market is trying to tell us, is that it is currently out of favor of major investors. The major investors move the market right now, or the institutional investors are the ones who move the market, and currently it is out of favor of these institutional or big investors. And that's a reason for this sideways consolidation. As retail investors, we should always be listening to the market rather than trying to predict. Some level of prediction can be there, but we should always be better listeners of market. So right now the market is trying to tell us that this stock is moving in a sideways trend, and it is better to stay out, because the money that you have has an opportunity cost, and there are better opportunities for you to invest in some other companies or in some other trends that are happening right now. Yeah, that is the most important takeaway from today's video. Hope you learned something new. If you want me to cover any other stock, please do let me know in the comments, and I'll try to analyze it from a technical analysis perspective, and I'll share my opinion. And please do consider subscribing to this channel if you found some value. Thanks.